Welcome to my channel, NT Coins World. Start with the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel in fine condition, and after that I'll cover the 2003 P. Jefferson nickel in fine condition in a similar detailed format. Let's dive into for the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel first. The 1998 P. Jefferson nickel in fine condition is a coin that, while often found in circulation, holds a unique place in the history of US coinage. As part of the ongoing production of the Jefferson nickel series, it carries the weight of historical significance and continues to captivate collectors with its rarity and market value. In this detailed exploration, we will examine the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel, delving into its mintage, errors, varieties, historical context, and market value, offering a comprehensive look into why this seemingly modest coin has garnered attention in the numismatic world. The 1998 P. Jefferson nickel is part of the broader series of coins that pay tribute to Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, replaced the Buffalo nickel in circulation. Over the decades, the design has undergone various changes, but the coin's central theme has remained consistent, a focus on Jefferson and his home, Monticello. The 1998 version of the coin is notable not only for its historical ties, but also for its role in the series' continuing evolution. Produced by the U.S. Mint at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel was part of the routine mintage for that year. With a total mintage of approximately 1.2 billion coins, the 1998 P version was produced in large numbers, making it relatively common in circulation. However, its status in fine condition, defined by wear that results in a noticeable smoothness across the coin's surface, yet still retaining much of its design detail, gives it a particular appeal for collectors seeking a balance between affordability and quality. While the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel is not among the rarest coins in the series, it has garnered attention due to certain characteristics that make it stand out among other Jefferson nickels produced in the late 20th century. As we explore the coin further, we will focus on its mintage and the influence it had on collectors, particularly its appearance in fine condition. In this condition, the coin will have some wear, but the outlines of Jefferson's profile, Monticello on the reverse, and the overall design are still visible, making it appealing for those looking to complete their collections. To understand the value of the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel, it is essential to consider the broader market and the factors that drive its desirability. Typically, fine condition coins of this type are valued in the range of $1 to $3, depending on the specific market and the condition of the coin. However, this value can fluctuate based on demand and the coin's presence in key auctions or sales. Some exceptional examples, particularly those with minimal wear and well-defined features, can command slightly higher prices, though the 1998 P remains a relatively affordable option for most collectors. The errors and varieties that can be found in the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel play a crucial role in its numismatic value. Errors such as double strikes, die cracks, and off-center strikes can make certain coins significantly more valuable than their standard counterparts. For example, a double die error can increase the value of a coin, sometimes by as much as 10 to 20 times its normal value, depending on the severity and clarity of the error. While these errors are relatively rare, they do exist, and when identified, they can dramatically increase the appeal of the coin for both casual collectors and serious numismatists. Furthermore, the varieties of the Jefferson nickel series from the late 20th century, including the 1998 P version, often include subtle differences in the die used to strike the coin. These slight variations can make certain examples more desirable. Collectors may seek out early die-state coins or those with distinct features such as cleaner strikes or sharper details in the image of Jefferson or Monticello. Such varieties can add a layer of complexity to the 1998 P. Jefferson Nickels appeal, as it provides a challenge for collectors seeking to identify and collect every possible variation of this coin. Historically, the Jefferson nickel has always held a special place in American numismatics. As part of a broader effort to create coins that reflected important figures and landmarks in U.S. history, the Jefferson Nickels design has evolved over time, but its connection to Thomas Jefferson and Monticello has remained steadfast. The design was created by renowned artist Felix Schlag, who won a competition to design the new nickel in 1938. His design was chosen for its simplicity and its respect for Jefferson's legacy. It was the first coin to feature a historical figure facing left and remains one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. The 1998 P. Jefferson nickel is part of the ongoing tradition of honoring Jefferson. However, it also comes at a time when coin designs were evolving. The 1998 P coin, while adhering to the traditional Jefferson design, represents a subtle shift toward more modern manufacturing techniques and design aesthetics. In this period, coin collectors began to see slight adjustments to details such as the size and prominence of Monticello, reflecting the mint's continuous effort to refine and improve coin designs. In terms of market value, the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel, in fine condition, typically holds a lower value than more rare coins in the series, particularly those in uncirculated or proof conditions. The 2003 P. Jefferson nickel in fine condition holds an interesting position within the broader context of Jefferson nickels produced in the early 21st century. While its design and historical significance reflect the enduring tribute to Thomas Jefferson, this particular issue is also noteworthy due to its place in the continued production of the nickel, which has seen various refinements over time. The 2003 P. Jefferson nickel is part of a coin series that has remained remarkably consistent in terms of design, yet the years of production have seen changes in minting techniques, coin quality, and collector demand. In this exploration, we will examine the 2003 P. Jefferson nickel, focusing on its mintage, historical context, errors, varieties, and market value, providing a comprehensive look at its appeal to both casual and serious coin collectors. The 2003 P. Jefferson nickel was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, with a mintage of approximately 1.2 billion coins, making it a relatively common issue in the Jefferson nickel series. The Philadelphia Mint, which had been producing U.S. coins for more than a century by this point, continued to produce coins in vast quantities to meet the demand for circulation. For collectors, this high mintage often means that the 2003 P is more readily available in circulation and in lower condition grades, such as fine condition, compared to higher grades like uncirculated or proof. In fine condition, the coin shows noticeable signs of wear, but still retains the majority of its design details. In this state, the outlines of Thomas Jefferson's profile are visible, though they may be softened or worn. The reverse side, which features an image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, remains identifiable, though again, it will show some smoothness due to the wear. For collectors, this makes the coin more affordable than higher-grade specimens, but its historical and numismatic significance remains intact. The 2003 P. Jefferson nickel is often associated with a more modern context in U.S. coin production, where the U.S. Mint focused on making coins that honored American figures and ideals, while also incorporating the latest technologies in minting. However, it's also part of a rich tradition that stretches back to the coin's introduction in 1938. Despite its more recent production, the coin still features the same iconic design that has been a hallmark of the 7-0 Jefferson nickel series for decades. For many collectors, the Jefferson nickel is a coin that embodies a certain sense of continuity in U.S. numismatics, with its consistent use of Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building. The 2003 P edition, like its predecessors, is struck in 75% copper and 25% nickel, a composition that has been used for decades. This familiar blend of metals ensures that the 2003 P Jefferson nickel retains the same tactile feel as previous issues, offering a continuity that collectors appreciate when building their collections. While the 2003p is not one of the rarest Jefferson Nickels in terms of mintage, the errors and varieties associated with this coin can make it particularly valuable to collectors. Errors such as double die strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks can increase the coin's worth substantially. For example, a double die reverse error, where the image of Monticello is doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process, can increase the coin's value significantly, sometimes reaching 10 to 20 times its normal value. Such errors are not common but can be found by discerning collectors who carefully examine each coin. The varieties in the 2003p Jefferson Nickels series are also worth considering. While the basic design of the coin remained consistent, slight variations can sometimes be found in the clarity of the strike or in the placement of elements such as Jefferson's portrait or Monticello. Collectors of Jefferson Nickels often look for these minor differences, which can add another layer of complexity to the collecting process. Early die state coins, for example, might exhibit cleaner strikes with more prominent details, making them desirable to collectors seeking coins with the sharpest imagery. In terms of market value, the 2003p Jefferson Nickel in fine condition is typically valued at around $1 to $3, depending on its wear and overall appearance. While this value is relatively modest compared to rarer coins in the Jefferson Nickels series, the 2003p remains an accessible coin for those starting a collection or looking to add to their holdings without spending significant sums. However, the value of the coin can fluctuate depending on factors such as demand, error types, and the overall state of the coin market. Coins that exhibit significant errors or varieties can command prices well above the typical range for a standard 2003p Jefferson Nickel. The historical context of the 2003p Jefferson Nickel is also significant. In the early 2000s, the US Mint was focused on modernizing coin production techniques. The 2003p version of the Jefferson Nickel was part of an era when the Mint was introducing more advanced technologies in both coin production and design. The advancements during this period helped improve the overall quality of coins, even as mass production continued at high volumes. The 2003p coin, while still adhering to the classic Jefferson design, was part of a broader effort to refine minting processes and make coins more consistent in quality. For many numismatists, the 2003p Jefferson Nickel holds a particular appeal as a coin that straddles the line between modern minting techniques and traditional design. It is a coin that reflects both the ongoing evolution of US coinage and the lasting legacy of Thomas Jefferson as one of the most influential figures in American history. The continued production of Jefferson Nickels, including the 2003p, helps to keep the memory of Jefferson and his contributions to the nation alive, while also serving as a reminder of the artistry and craftsmanship involved in coin production. As with all coins in the Jefferson Nickels series, fine condition coins from the 2003p issue can be found in various stages of wear, which means that collectors often focus on coins that retain key features, such as Jefferson's portrait and Monticello on the reverse. While higher-grade coins, such as MS-65 or MS-66, mint state grades, can fetch much higher prices, the 2003p Jefferson Nickel in fine condition remains a great entry-level coin for collectors interested in this historic series. In fine condition, these coins are often used by novice collectors to learn about coin grading and the overall process of building a collection. The 2003p Jefferson Nickel offers a perfect example of the ongoing evolution of US coinage. While the design has remained largely unchanged since its introduction, the Mint's production processes have improved, leading to coins that are more consistent in quality and appearance. For collectors, this makes the 2003p Jefferson Nickel both an affordable and historically significant addition to their collections. And for those interested in finding errors or varieties, the coin provides an exciting opportunity to search for rarer versions that can fetch higher prices at auction or through private sales. With both the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel and the 2003 P. Jefferson nickel covered in detail, we've explored the mintage, historical context, potential errors, varieties, and market value for each coin. These two coins represent a fascinating part of US coinage history and provide ample opportunities for collectors to dive deeper into the world of numismatics. Whether you're looking to add them to your collection or explore them for their historical significance and potential for future value, these coins continue to hold an important place in the broader world of US numismatics.